Yo, what's going on, y'all?
What's up? What's up?
I'm Isaac.
And I'm Latoya.
And we are
LF on the Move.
Alright, in this video, we're going to tell you guys how to get to the full moon party in Thailand, specifically on the island of Koh Phangan from Bangkok, Thailand.
Yep.
Alright, so stay tuned. You already know what it is.
It's legit.
So, for those of you who don't know what LF on the Move is, the LF in LF on the Move stands for
Legit Foodie.
LegitFoodie.com. Come check us out.
Yep.
Basically, we travel the world, eat dope food.
Yes, we do.
Rate it. Alright? LF on the Move is an extension of that. We talk about the hotels we stay in, the Airbnbs we stay in, travel hacks, and so on and so forth. So, check us out. Check out the LF on the Move playlist, and thanks for being here. Alright?
Yep.
Bangkok to full moon party. Enter. Board us. All of this.
A lot of information.
A lot of stuff. But the first thing we noticed that was not an ad was roamtorio.com.
Yeah, it was very helpful. A very helpful website.
So click on that. Here we are. As you can see, Bangkok, Thailand to the full moon party. See all options. Alright. So it shows you a little map. It's very helpful. Shows you different ways that you can get there.
Yes, there are a lot of different ways to get to the full moon party. One of the main ways is to fly from Bangkok to Surat Thani. Now, we knew we did not want to do this because many moons ago, no pun intended, Isaac took a trip to Thailand with his friend, and they attempted to get to the full moon party.
It ain't work out. We weren't really paying attention to time. We didn't look up anything about ferries. Did not know that was a thing. We just got to Surat Thani and thought it was as simple as hopping on a boat and going.
They were winging it.
It was not, and we ended up not making it to the party. Long story short, we ended up taking like a train. I think it was a train from Surat Thani to Bangkok, a sleeper train, which was still cool. First time with that experience, but obviously we wanted to make it to the party because we didn't want to go to Surat Thani. Yeah,
because we knew from that trip that the boat would take at least 3 hours.
3.5 hours or something like that.
We didn't want that long of a boat ride, so.
Right, we decided to go to Koh Samui, which is much closer to Koh Phangan. Disclaimer on how we pronounce everything. All right, we're trying our best with foreigners.
We apologize and no disrespect
at all. So this website gives you a bunch of different ways.
Right. We use it as a framework, but we ended up not doing these exact steps. But again, it was a very helpful website to lay it all out and to see what our options were.
Exactly. So because none of these steps actually fall into what we ended up doing, we're not gonna use it, but you can definitely use this website. Yeah. It's definitely helpful.
Needed to know the date of the full moon party.
Right.
And we had a friend coming in town, so our planning was very last minute.
Super last minute.
Kind of like the day before last minute. We decided to go. But the full moon party is back on. It's in full swing.
Yep.
Now that COVID is dying down a little bit, the full moon parties are back in Thailand. They are around the full moon. They don't always fall on the full moon. I believe there's a Buddhist holiday. I'm not sure which one. And if the full moon falls on that holiday, it'll be a couple days before or after.
Right.
But here you can see the schedule for the full moon parties for 2022.
All right, which is a simple Google. That's how we found it. And boom. The next step we did, once we knew the party was happening, we did a Google and we found this website called 12go.asia. And this website basically shows you the ferries, right, going from Koh Samui to Koh Phangan.
Yes.
And we chose one. The one we ended up choosing was this one. I mean, these two are the same, just different times, but what is this? The Mae Nam Samui?
Mae Nam Samui pier. So it was the Mae Nam pier in Samui. So once we flew from Bangkok, we flew into Koh Samui. From the Koh Samui airport, we took a taxi to Mae Nam pier. The taxi was about 20 to 25 minutes,
Right.
And there is a counter in the Koh Samui Airport where you can book a private taxi or take basically a shuttle, which is what we took with about 10 other people that were in that shuttle.
Right. Sidebar. The reason we took the Maenam Pier route is because the closer route, which is Big Buddha Pier, which is like 5 minutes from the airport, was already sold out.
Yeah.
All right.
Boat from Big Buddha Pier only leaves twice a day.
Right.
And like we said, we booked this the day before, and it was definitely sold out.
Sold out. The positives to taking that route, the Big Buddha Pier, is that that boat goes directly into Hadrin Pier, which is where the party's not at Hadrin, but the party's at Hadrin Beach.
Yes.
So if you come into Hadrin Pier, you're already in the neighborhood. You can walk to the beach.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there because we were not able to get that. We're just letting you know there are other ways.
Yeah, there are other options. There are other piers that you could take a boat into. It's kind of like splitting the baby because we spent 20-25 minutes to drive to Maenam Pier, but the speedboat took 30 minutes, whereas the boat from Big Buddha Pier takes 50 minutes. It takes 50 minutes.
Right. Just to show you guys exactly what we did, we're gonna just go ahead and pick this one that's 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Boom. Maenam Samoy to Thang Sala Koh Phangan. With coming into Thang Sala, it puts you up a little bit higher up the coast. So then you still need to get a taxi or a private car or something to get from that pier down to the area where the party's gonna be.
Right.
All right, so just something to be aware of. But yeah, as you can see, it gives all this information. It does tell you to be there 30 minutes before departure time. There's something that, I'm not sure if it's here, it might be here actually on this page, that says basically, we're not liable for you missing any connections, anything like that. The boat might be late. We learned that the hard way coming back, but we're not up to that part yet. But this is what we did, Maenam Samoy to Thang Sala, gives you all the information, and we booked it. So when you go to book now, shows you all the stuff you need to see to make sure you're doing exactly what you want. Shows you the price. This is in USD currently. All right, so $12.50 basically. Next step, you put in your information, your mobile, your email. You can have it sent to your Facebook Messenger if you have Facebook. We did. Put in your name. You can purchase travel insurance. Did we purchase travel insurance?
We didn't because
we have insurance already. And then you go to your next step. Obviously, we're going to stop here because without putting information, it won't allow you to go forward.
And the next step is just the payment.
Yeah, it's just the confirmation and the payment page. All right. You'll get your tickets in your email. And again, like I did, I also had it sent to my messenger.
Right.
So once you have your tickets, you're set to go. Just make sure you get to the pier on time.
Yeah.
They can be late, but you can't be late because they will not wait for you.
Correct.
All right. What up?
What's going on?
So, we are leaving the first hotel that we booked
Yes.
because I booked it kind of sight unseen. We was in such a mad
We was
dash.
on a whim when we booked this
Yeah.
excursion.
We just wanted to make sure we got a place.
Yeah.
Because the full moon party had so many people come.
Yeah.
We assumed there wouldn't be a lot of hotels, so I just booked it. Yeah, it's I won't say trash, but
It's well off the beaten path, and we want to be a little bit more in the mix with some options for food and also transportation as well.
right. So we are walking to the street just to flag down a taxi because apparently
And here's a taxi right
that's the
now.
only way we can do it. And here we are. When I looked up the hotel, to my defense, it definitely said it was like 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when we looked again, it was more like 15 to 20.
Yeah, which is not a terrible walk, but when you are, in that party state of mind and you want to just join the festivities, you don't want to have to go to the party and then afterwards, very late night, walk 15, 20 minutes. And it's not really streets. It's like one highway in, one highway out. And we're not from there and we don't know how well lit it was, so we decided.
And it's hot.
And it's hot.
Really, really hot and humid. So you're already pouring sweat by the time you get to the party. No, thank you. So
we checked into our hotel and checked out.
Yep.
We stayed for maybe about an hour, and we all realized that this was not going to work.
Yeah.
So I hopped on I think it was booking.com.
Booking.com.
And found a place that was literally 5 minutes walking from Hydrant Beach.
Yeah.
So that ended up working out for us, and so we just went to the new hotel. The hotel was called the Fangan Pearl Villa, and they have two sides. They have the villa side and they have the hostel side, and we stayed on the villa side.
Yeah, but to the credit of the other hotel, it's not a bad place.
Yeah, it's not a bad hotel.
It's just really far. If you're of the mindset that you just want to party and you just need a place to lay your head, it's a little far out, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right. So if you're cool with that and you're cool with being a little further away from the action, it's not a bad place. But we want it to be closer.
Yeah, we want it to be walking distance.
If you're interested in seeing the party, look up in the corner of this video and the link will be there to our footage from the party. All right. Up next, we'll talk about getting back. So, getting back, we mentioned it earlier in the video. We had a slight issue.
Yes.
Our boat was delayed, what was that, 30 minutes?
Our boat was delayed by
40
minutes, which obviously put us behind schedule. And putting us behind schedule, we were going to miss our flight.
Right.
So while we were actually, once we boarded the boat and we realized, okay, this is not happening, we're going to miss our flight, Isaac called the airline, and they were able to book us on the next flight, which was about 2 hours later than the original time. That was actually kind of our bad because we really scheduled it down to the T, and we did not give ourselves any grace for anything being off schedule. And our boat was late due to weather. When we got back into Salah Pier, it was pouring rain, and so I'm assuming they had some rough water, or just the pouring rain just threw things off, which happens, and so we had to account for that, which we really didn't.
We didn't.
So we
learned.
We learned. We changed our flight, like we said. We paid a very small fee. I think it was like $17 to change our flight to the next flight, and that was it.
Yeah, and we got to the airport and came back. One other piece of advice in regards to the party, if you're coming in to Thailand specifically to go to this party, give yourself buffer room on either end. The jet lag is insane. Our friend that came in amazingly was able to do it.
He bounced back.
In a day, he was able to get right and get on schedule to be good for the party. But we would not suggest it, right? When we got here, it took us
a little while
to adjust to the time. So don't think you're gonna come right in and go to the full moon party. You're gonna be screwed. You definitely want to give yourself at least like 3 days to get acclimated to the schedule here before going to the party.
Yeah. And even on the other side, we were kind of on a crunch for time because our friend was going back to the States. He was only here for about a week or so. Here meaning Thailand. But if you have the time, apparently there's some really beautiful beaches. We ended up speaking with a guy who had lived here for quite some time, and he told us about some really nice places. I think Zen Beach was one of those places. We did not go, but apparently, there's other places to explore and discover on the island of Koh Phangan besides the full moon party, which was amazing. So if you have the time, give yourself time to explore the island and spend a little bit more time on the island.
Word. For me, the party was cool. It reminded me of like a college party. A little bit up there in age, you know what I'm saying? It was not my scene. I'm not saying not to go. It's definitely one of those things you should do at least one time in your life. But if you're over 40, maybe.
It's a bucket list item. We had a really good time. We're really glad that the full moon parties are back, because it was something that we talked about, and then obviously, we thought COVID would have obliterated it because we did hear sometime last year that we thought they were not coming back. So it's a really good time. It's akin to kind of like a carnival. Definitely, if you are young, go to the full moon party. Have a good time. Okay? Enjoy yourself. If you're a little bit older, still go and enjoy yourself. But just know the bounce back is not going to be like when you were 22.
Yeah, these are facts.
Okay.
And I guess that's it.
That's it.
If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video.
Yeah, definitely. If it was helpful to you, please subscribe. It costs you nothing. It helps us out a lot.
And let us know if you've been to a full moon party in the past or if you're planning to go.
All right, cool. Again, we are LF on the move, and you already know what it is.
It's legit.
Peace.